Hi everybody, Mrs. Dallas here. I just wanted to say hello and touch base with all of you, and I wanted to introduce our theme for this week. We've been talking about living and non-living things, and so this week we are really going to dig deeper into living things, specifically plants. We are going to talk about what do plants need to grow. So when you look outside, you see the grass, some flowers, things are starting to sprout up. Be thinking about what do plants need to grow. Ms. V here likes to plant vegetables. So you think of any type of plant, what would they need to grow? As you're thinking about that, I'm going to share this story with you called The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. And this book is about the life cycle of a plant. It is autumn, which is fall time. You can see the trees are changing colors. A strong wind is blowing, and it blows flower seeds high into the air, and it carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tinier and smaller than any of the others. Do you think it will be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up, up it goes. It flies too high and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. Another seed lands on a tall, icy mountain. The ice never melts and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Where are they flying over now? What do you think this looks like? It's the ocean. They're flying over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go quite as high as the others. Another seed drifts down into the desert. It's too hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind is still pushing it along with the other seeds. Finally, the wind stops, and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed, but the tiny seed is not eaten. It's so small that the bird cannot see it. What season do you think this looks like? What do you see in the picture? It would give it away. It looks like some snowflakes, some snow on the ground. It's winter time. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still. Here he is over here. And the mouse does not see it. Now it's springtime. After a few months, the snow has melted. It is really spring. Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls. The seeds grow so round and full that they start to burst open a little. Did you hear two things that are helping those seeds burst open a little? It said the sun shines and the rain falls. So keep that in mind. Now they are not seeds anymore. They are plants. First, they send roots down into the ground. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up towards the sun and the air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It's a big fat weed. That's this big one here. And it takes all the sun and the rain away from one of the small new plants, this one right here. Then this little plant dies because the weed takes all of the sunshine and all of the rain away from that plant. The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It might be too late. Hurry, hurry. But finally, it too starts to grow a plant. There's the tiny little seed, and it's There's one little leaf on his stem. The warm weather also brings children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun and springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along, and uh-oh, he breaks one. Now that one cannot grow anymore. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant even has 3 leaves, the other plant has, let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. But what is happening? First there are footsteps, then a shadow looms over them, then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. It's now summer, and the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. Look what happened to it. It grows on, and it doesn't stop. The sun shines on it, and the rain waters it. 2 good things for plants, the sun and the rain. It has many leaves, and it grows taller and taller. It grows taller than the people. It grows taller than the trees. It even grows taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. Have you ever seen a flower quite that tall? Taller than your house? That would be a really big flower. All summer long, the birds and the bees and the butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. And now it's autumn again. It's fall. You see the leaves have turned color. They're starting to change color. They're blowing in the wind a little bit. The days grow shorter. The nights grow cooler. And the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some of the petals are starting to drop off, and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals, and it sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more, the wind shakes that flower, and this time the flower's seed pod opens up. And out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away into the wind. Does this picture look a little familiar? They're starting the whole life cycle over again. So if you look at the first page, it was autumn, it was fall, the leaves were changing color, and the seeds were blowing through the air. And so now they're starting another cycle of the plant. So I hope you enjoyed the story, and I hope you've learned a little bit about what plants need. I'm going to send home some worksheets for you through email. The first one is, what do plants need? And this one, you can make a little booklet out of it, and it has some pictures to go along with it. If you don't have a printer at home, that's okay. You can just draw these things and label them, color them. So this is water. You can trace the words. Sun, air, and soil. So those are 4 major things that plants need to grow and to live. So like I said, if you wanted to just draw them, that would be wonderful too. Here is the parts of a plant. Here's a flower. So it starts out with the seed at the bottom, and then it grows some roots, and then the stem grows up here and grows some leaves, and then at the very top is the flower. So you guys could even draw your own flowers and label the parts. We would love to see them. If you guys get a chance to do that. And then there's the plant life cycle. So you just cut off the bottom, and then you're going to glue these on where they would start and finish. So the seed is the first one. It starts as a seed, and then it grows the roots, and then it turns into a little plant with some little leaves, and then it grows into a bigger plant with big leaves. And lastly, just a quick math sheet I threw together. You could draw one yourself, or you could print this one out too. It's just adding. So we have 1, 2. 2 flowers plus 1 more flower is 3. So you can look in the number bank, find your number 3, cross it off, and you can write it on the line. All right. Well, we hope everybody's well. We wanted to just say hello and hope you're enjoying the time outside. You can observe plants outside. We hope you're seeing a lot of the blossoms, things blooming, new flowers coming up, spending a lot of time in the sunshine. We miss you and we hope you're well, and we hope to see you guys soon. Bye.